Yo, Rell is either going to be the LeBron James of Roblox anime games, or it's just going to be the biggest boss in all of Roblox. But yeah, basically, this new Rell finale teaser they just dropped has confirmed some big features about the game that I want to discuss. Alright, before I start this video, I just want to confirm that this is all just my opinion and I could be very wrong here. But I believe that based on this sneak and what I've seen, it's very likely what I'm going to say here is true, but if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, don't take my words to heart. Comment down below if you guys agree or disagree, and let me know because I'm an open person and I want to hear all you guys' opinions. I'm also going to be making some small assumptions based on what we've seen here, but that's just me having fun, don't take that to heart. So first, I wanted to talk about the main thing that everybody probably noticed from the finale teaser, and that is the fruit combat, like the melee abilities with the fruits that they showcased with the ice fruit and the love fruit and the smoke fruit. Basically, my first assumption off of this video is that fruit combat is going to be the meta, or specifically Logia combat is going to be the meta, but generally any fruit is going to be better than having no fruit, or like, I don't know, any other way you can fight. It's just nothing compared to devil fruits. And that's not a crazy take, I know, but there is going to be some people who are going to disagree with that. So picture this, let's say an ice fruit user with all of the possible abilities in the game, such as hockey and unique weapon abilities, approaches somebody in combat. It could be a weapons only person or a fist only person who doesn't have a devil fruit, or even a Zoa fruit user who just doesn't have a Logia. Even if they have all the abilities as well, 9 times out of 10, I think the Logia fruit user is going to win. I know it's a little early to make assumptions like that, and these aren't like serious takes. It's just, I can't picture somebody without a Logia fruit beating someone with a Logia fruit because there's just such a gap in abilities. But I'm sure the Rell Bros know what they're doing, and I'm sure a very skilled user of like a Zoa fruit or a weapons only build could definitely beat a Logia fruit user. I'm just saying that most of the time the Logia fruit user is going to win. I'm sorry if that's a bad take, but that's just how I feel. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong with that in the comments, let me know. You also have to consider that some fruits like make you bigger, and I'm assuming that makes your hitbox bigger as well. Especially Zoa fruits, like you become a taller animal, and I am 95% sure the hitbox gets bigger at that as well. So you have a bigger hitbox, and that's already kind of a disadvantage. I just think that if you go up against like an ice fruit user, you're probably going to lose that. I don't know. Point is, on that first save file you make, please get a Logia fruit and just play through the game with that first. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it a lot more than if you start with the Zoa. Although in Rell I don't know how common fruits are in general, so maybe just getting a fruit at like any kind of fruit is a very big factor. Maybe that's just all you need. But you know, aim for a Logia. So the next thing I noticed is something small, but I think that it means a lot. And even though we only saw it for like a split second in the video, I wanted to talk about this. Of course, what I'm talking about is the stats and the player potential card that we saw. The main thing that I noticed, and the main thing everybody else was probably thinking about, was the stat or the player cards that you get, which are these like little abilities on the side here. I don't know if they talked about this yet, but I can't remember if they said how you actually get these cards. I'm assuming it's not a spin system like Shindo because that would be really bad. I trust the Rell Bros on this. I trust they know what they're doing. And if it works out, this could be a really cool thing to have in the game. Also, I was looking at the stats and I saw that there's like, this guy has like 100 stats in everything. And that made me curious, is there going to be a stat cap? My assumption here is yes, of course it's going to be a stat cap, but maybe not. Maybe you could just become really overpowered if you grind out. You never know. Alright, next up is something I believe the Rell Bros have been really cooking up with. I mean like complete stir-fry James Harden cooking up with. And I'm talking about the bosses, because the bosses in this game look great and they look almost exactly like the anime. You're not going to find this on any other One Piece game, or not as detailed if you ask me. And it's not just the fighting I'm talking about here, it's just the diversity of the bosses we get. We've seen so many already that it's just hard not to get excited for this game. Of course, I'm not this excited just because of the well-developed looking bosses. I'm excited because of what it can provide to us players and content creators. It can provide moveset tutorials, it can provide like how to beat this boss clearly. It just provides a lot of content for YouTubers. And it also allows for things like speedruns, which can easily go viral on YouTube. You see Deep Walking players speedrunning things all the time. Also, as more of an RPG fan about this, I'm wondering what kind of drops we're going to get from the bosses. I'm hoping that it's not a super common thing and that you actually have to work hard for boss drops. I'm sure they'll probably do something like there's a guaranteed drop, and then the thing you actually want, or like the rare drop, is something you have to kill the boss multiple times for. But to sum it up, I'm excited for these bosses because I'm assuming that it provides a lot of content for the Rell player base and content creators, and it can add different levels of things to do, such as grinding boss chops, speed running, or just hanging out with your squad. Alright, so here's where we start getting to the kind of fun assumptions. This is not something you take serious, and this is not something you get heated about. You can definitely put your opinions in the comments. I'm not gonna judge. This is just how I feel about the fruits. Basically, I want to guess or assume what the top fruit is going to be on Rell C. Now, I know what you're thinking. The game is not even out. How do you know what the top fruit is going to be? You haven't even seen them all. Basically, I just wanted to rate the top fruit in my opinion based off of what we already saw. So like all the clips and stuff. And I know we haven't seen every fruit, so there's definitely going to be fruits better than the one I'm picking here. I'm just going off of what we saw already. So my pick, my #1 draft pick for the top fruit in Rell C's, just off of what we've seen so far, is going to be the Hiei fruit. It was between this one and the light fruit, but I also just think the Koji looks really cool, so I picked the Hiei fruit. Hate me for it. Think about it, the Hiei fruit has Logia and it has the Logia effect. You can also put your abilities on top of weapons, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be like the flame fruit, where if you hit somebody, there's a chance of, let's say, it freezes them or stuns them. And you can also combine your Hiei moves with your M1 combos, and that just sounds broken to me. It just sounds like a lot of stunning and a lot of freezing and a lot of damage. And for that reason, I'm gonna pick the Hiei fruit. It most likely isn't actually gonna be the best fruit, but you know, we're just having fun here, who cares? And I wanted to just end this video off with something kind of out there anyways, you know, just to get the comments going. Maybe people want to talk about this, because I would love to hear you guys' opinions on what fruit is going to be the best one, based off of what we've seen. But yeah, that's all for the vid today, boys. I just wanted to let y'all know my input on this new video, and I'm sure you guys all have your own unique inputs, so please, again, in the comments, let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want more. I will be uploading more because I found a new way to write my scripts. I used to take like 20 minutes per paragraph, and it was very draining. But I'm working on this new way of writing a script, so I will be able to pump out videos way faster, boys. So just subscribe and join me on this journey, and make sure to join my Discord in the comments because I love to be involved in the community.